Hello, this is Andy Bennett, owner of Interactive Learning and your CHiSL 365 representative. Thank you so much for joining us for this monthly CHiSL 365 training. The purpose of this training series is to provide you, CHiSL instructors, the needed and pertinent information to help you make an impact on your cadets. Thank you again for joining us for this training, and we hope to see you in the future. Enjoy. Hey guys, it's Andy Bennett. Thanks for taking a second to watch this CHiSL 365 monthly training. This is our very first one. I was hoping that we'd have a few people show up, but because this is the first one, it does not surprise me. The word's not out there yet. So I want to go ahead and record just a real quick one, kind of give you a taste test of what I would like to offer to you as CHiSL instructors moving forward. Much of these trainings will be customized to specific needs that you guys are having as you are instructing and teaching in the class. But again, I'm going to give you just kind of a taste test of what it is that I'd like to cover. I'm the only one here today, but in the future, we can have Dr. Rice, we can have Sergeant Darden, we can have folks from drill as well. So again, we want to serve you, we want to support you in whatever way we can. So let me just throw up a couple QR codes here. I'll put these in the emails that I'm sending out as well. So this first one is for this meeting. So this is a Zoom link. It doesn't look like a Zoom link, but if you scan that or type this in right there, the tagdo.com, and then put that right there, that will take you to this Zoom meeting, which again meets monthly. So go ahead and I'll pause for just a second. Go ahead and either scan that if you want to join the meeting, or bookmark this link right there, tagdo.com, FGA8JE, and then that will open up the Zoom meeting, and you guys can join us on the first Thursday of every month at 4 o'clock Eastern. I had to do the math in my head. It's 2 o'clock here in Mountain Time, but 4 o'clock Eastern, trying to catch you at the end of your day for those that are on the East and maybe in the Central as well. I know for the Pacific folks, this may not be something that you guys can easily do with that being 1 o'clock, but and we can adjust the time if we need to. So go ahead and scan that or grab that link right there to be able to join this Zoom meeting in the future. Again, first Thursday of the month at 4 o'clock Eastern. That's the first one. The second one is this one right here. And I put this reminder in an email that went out. Some of you may have seen that, some of you may have not. But what I'd like to do is offer a couple windows here for you to join me or to book rather a 30-minute meeting with me to go over anything and everything that you might need to cover for your CHiSL instruction. Soup to nuts, whether we're talking curriculum, service learning, drill, technology, Turning Point, Google Classroom, any and all of that, right? Most of you have probably been through some of the trainings. It's too much information to capture and to remember at that given time. So what we can do with this is if you book this, and it's either going to be a Tuesday morning or a Thursday afternoon, if that does not work for you, let me put my email here. I'm hoping that we can kind of stick to those windows, but if those windows just do not work for your schedule, go ahead and reach out to me via email, and we will open up a time that does work for you. Andy at intlrn.com. So try this first. If that doesn't work, again, reach out to me via email, and we will find a good time for you, okay? So that's kind of the housekeeping aspect of this training. We'll probably touch on those in future trainings, but again, since I'm recording this, since no one's here, we're recording this for you guys to watch at a later time. As I'd mentioned in the email of this going out here, I'm going to just pull this up real quick here. Let me just read this off for you. Okay, so the main areas in which that I'd like to assist you guys with is one, curriculum, and we'll just type them out here. So curriculum, tips and tricks. That's the first one, okay? Number two is technology, right? And that goes across a lot of angles, right? That could be just the point solutions, that could be with clickers, that could be with mobile devices. How does it integrate to Canvas, Schoology, Google Classroom? There's a lot in the technology side of things, okay? Third, drill competition stuff. Again, I am not your guy, but if this is something that you guys would like to learn more about and have some ongoing training, we can get the folks in the room to help you out with drill competition. 5, best practices to grow your program. That will be most likely Sergeant First Class Darden. He is our national program manager. He is a brilliant strategist and has great ideas on that. He's walked that path for you, okay? Winning colors is another huge aspect of the curriculum. Most of you have probably used that. If not, there's so much we can do with that. I'd love to have Dr. Rice kind of give her take on it. We've got some instructors that have been doing this a long time that we could have them come in and share how they are working on winning colors and making that a part of the conversation and a part of the dialogue of their programs. 6th, service learning, right? How can you guys use service learning, and how can you make that an awesome project where it's not just picking up trash, where we're going a little bit deeper than that, okay? And then really at the end, 6, 8, there we go. Let's try that again. 7 is going from the basics to advanced, right? The idea is that as we progress through these monthly webinars, we're going to cover all of the basic stuff, and then we're going to be able to dive into some of the more advanced aspects of the curriculum that we may not have time to go through in a shorter training, or maybe we did a one-day training years ago. So we want to be able to get you from basics to advanced. So that's kind of the purpose of this. If we discover that there's more aspects, more things that you guys need as instructors, then we're happy to do that. Again, we have to kind of take our lead. This is our best guess as to what you guys would need and what would be useful for you. But until we hear from you, we're just kind of doing our best guess here, okay? So real quick, and I'm not going to go through every single thing, because those 7 items are really what I'm hoping that we will be able to cover in future. But let's just real quick just touch on some of the aspects of what I'm hoping to go through here, okay? So we've got our curriculum aspect here. I'm not going to do the full training on this, but we can see right here a little bit of a background, just kind of understanding what the curriculum, how the curriculum was created, the purpose of it, length of standards, all of this kind of stuff. The assessment instructor guides will go through the basics like that. Give you guys a reminder of the phases of learning and how that sets up exactly like the JROTC and how that matters to you guys. Some of our new CHiSL 365 lessons. We'll talk about the cadet handbook. That would be something we could spend an entire 30 minutes talking about, of what is it out of the box and how you can modify that to make that work for you. Here's just a few slides from the service learning project. There's a lot more that you guys can cover on that. There's winning colors. Again, that's an entire lesson. So many aspects of the curriculum that we don't have time to get through on shorter trainings, but we can dive a little bit deeper if we know that's something you're used to. So that would be the curriculum side. And then on the technology side, we could cover such things as, get this over here. There we go. We could cover such things as like the fit model. You may not know that there's a purpose and a thought process, some research behind where those questions are at, the types of questions. What do we do with the data? There's a lot of really impactful learning that can go on for that. We can do just the basics, right? Here's point solutions. Here's what it would look like with clickers. Here's what it would look like with mobile devices. How do I set this up? What do I unpack? What is this dashboard that Andy always talks about? We can walk through all that, okay? And then just go through the basics, right? How do I get my equipment set up and ready to go? How do I have students join? Getting my hardware set up, like my presenter card, my clickers. We can get all the way into the point where we're actually showing you how to create your own content, in addition to the content that we already have right there. The 3 polling environments, PowerPoint where we teach, anywhere where we review, and self-paced where we test. So much right there. And again, that's just curriculum and technology. That doesn't include the drill aspect that we can bring an expert in on and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to just take a quick second, since I was on here. I told you that I would go ahead and record these trainings even if no one showed up. But since this is the very first one, I wanted to give you just a taste of what you guys can expect from our CHiSL monthly training. So I hope this is useful for you. Again, grab those, go back to the beginning of the video and scan that, or grab that link so you can join our next one in March and get that one-on-one booking. Okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your time. And please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or the CHiSL team so we can support you and make sure that you guys are being able to impact the cadets to your best ability. Thanks. Have a great day.